there are fundamental differences in how metrics are evaluated between these two tools, and you are not comparing apples to apples anymore. Now, let's take a look at a few metrics that have been impacted. Primary user metric in UA is total users, whereas the primary user metric for GA4 is active users. This is the number of distinct users who visited your website or application, and they must have what's considered an engaged session, or there must be certain events or parameters collected by the tool relative to things like first visit, first open, or engagement of some sort. The thing to remember here is that both tools use the same name, users. Just when you see users, it's not the same thing between the two tools. Just remember that. Now let's look at page views and screen views. In UA, page views and screen views are tracked separately. In GA4, they are combined and just called views. In addition, gallery views will be considered slide views rather than page views now. So this tool will impact the final views metric overall. So that's definitely a vast change in how we're defining page views or views, generally speaking. Moving on to conversion. In UA, you define a goal, indicate that a particular user action is to be considered a conversion. UA counts only one conversion per session for each goal that you define. In contrast to this, GA4 only supports conversion events as you specify them, and GA4 counts every instance of the conversion event, even if the same conversion event is recorded multiple times during the same session. An example of this would be a user submitting a form twice during the same session. In this case, 2 conversion events will be counted. So really how conversions are defined has changed, but once again, both tools are using the same term, so try to keep this in mind. Last but not least, let's look at events. In UA, events are characterized by category, action, and label. This is something more on the back end as far as how events are defined. In GA4, however, there's no concept of category, action, and label. Every hit is considered an event. It's a subtle difference, but it's a difference nonetheless, and it's going to impact your metric. Now, there are other big differences in how metrics are defined between the tools. What I'm sharing with you today are the big ones to remember. We recognize that this is challenging to remember all of these, but we're here for you. We're here to help.